Now, Erie's premier podcast. News about music, health, and what's happening. It's Breakfast with Nat the Hat in the 814, sponsored by Erie Insurance.
Well, the summer in the 814 is winding down. There's still plenty of events to attend before we turn on the heat. Right, guys?
Absolutely. Keep the heat on.
Yes. Zabawa is going on as we speak. Also, the Erie County Fair is getting set to kick off. We have another outstanding event honoring our heroes, our military, our veterans, our first responders. And that's what Podcast 41 is all about, is home of heroes and rooted in agriculture in the 814. I welcome to the podcast studio a two-peat guest, CEO of Erie Insurance. And Tim, I think you'll be more than a two-peat guest. Because you got a lot going on.
I got a lot going on. So does Sean here.
Yes, he does.
He might be more than a two-peat.
Than a two-peat. Perfect. Sean Percio, no stranger to the 814. Thanks for coming on the show to talk about Hero Days Golf and Concert Night. And Sean, I want to catch up with you first because it's been a while since I've seen you.
It's been a couple days.
Yes. I would like an update on your travels. Like, you were down south for quite some time.
Yeah, 18 years in Florida. Started up a career with Sunbelt Rentals 20 years ago and branched off into some philanthropy work with the Gary Sinise Foundation. It's been very enjoyable. We got to enjoy Gary and Lieutenant Dan Band here last year, and because of that community success and what it was, Robert Irvine took part and working with Tim and Erie Insurance, they said, hey, we'd really like to impact the community again, and let's bring in Robert Irvine Foundation and buy some I Bought wheelchairs and enhance the community some more. So we're doing it again.
That's great. Well, let's talk about the Robert Irvine Foundation. When was it created, and what's the mission behind it, Sean?
I met Robert several years ago, about 10 years ago, in Beverly Hills at an event that he was actually preparing the food for a Sinise gala.
Excuse me, Beverly Hills.
Yes, yep. I was in Beverly Hills just as an invitee.
Okay.
But met Robert that evening, hit it off. He told me about the foundation that he had for, breaking bread for heroes. So a lot of what he does is, getting veterans to open up over meals, spending time together, talking over food opens them up versus sitting down in a sterile environment, with a professional and asking them to vent, and they don't. So what better way to do it over food? And that's what Robert excels in.
And absolutely. He's been on numerous USO tours. He's known to have gotten the Medal of Honor Society's Bob Hope Award. Takes me back. He is the host of Restaurant, made tons of guest appearances on a variety of different shows. He is a distinguished author, too. He's written 4 books, one about family, being around the table. And, that's important.
Absolutely.
To get your family around the table, because so many people are so busy today, and it's a good way to connect with your very own. Robert Irvine is an incredibly talented guy and is always looking to give back and honor our heroes. Sean, how did you get Robert Irvine? Did you just buzz him up in Beverly Hills, or what's going on there?
No, I've been actually part of his foundation, so on the advisory board, so working closely with him, the mission, and he really enjoyed Erie, the people, the community, the culture of Erie Insurance, Sunbelt Rentals, and said, hey, would you want to do an event for our foundation, which Tim and I immediately said yes. And we decided upon, again, Hero Days this year in September.
So as neighbors, do the two of you run back and forth and chit-chat to one another about all these different things that you have going on? I'd like to know how that works.
We've gone millennial for the most part. We text each other almost every day. But we've been known to show up at each other's houses unannounced with a beverage and a cigar. And,
There you go.
Not much running going on, but
right.
Maybe walking over.
Yes.
Gotcha. So, Tim, tell us about the inspiration behind organizing this Hero Days Golf Classic and Concert Night, which is September 9th and 10th.
Yeah, I think
year.
The inspiration started last year when an I Bought wheelchair was awarded to Tracy Stuck, who's a retired police officer who was injured and has been in a wheelchair for a long time. And when Robert saw the reaction of Tracy, and we learned how the chair has changed her life, the inspiration really is, let's allow people with physical disabilities to stand face-to-face with us, to stand up and be counted, to be recognized for who they are, and not because they're sitting in a chair.
Right.
The restoration of dignity is the reason that Sean and I are doing this. And
I
quite frankly,
love that line, Tim. Restoration of dignity. That's fantastic. I've got Tracy's number, and I wanted to kind of give her a call and kind of get us reacquainted, Sean, because we've spent some time with Tracy.
We have. I had my first run-in with Tracy as a young teenager.
Did she?
Possibly at a keg party. And she wasn't attending.
No, I'm sure she wasn't.
only briefly.
Yes.
I am trying to make this. Let me try to get her on the line right now. We're going to make a phone call. What I really wanted to do was, you can put your headphones on. And I know she was buzzing around this afternoon and said, okay, well, so now let's see if we can't get her on the phone here. How exciting that she got this last year.
Oh, it was amazing.
I think, like I said, she was a bit nervous when we talked earlier. And so maybe
Hello.
Tracy, hello.
What's up?
It's
How are you
Nat,
doing?
and we're good. Sean and I and Tim DeCastro are here. We're talking about you receiving this great iBot chair last year during this Gary Sinise event that happened down at Liberty Park Amphitheater. So we wanted to talk to you about how that has changed your
All
life.
right. Well, I'll tell you, I am able to go to my granddaughter's cross country tournaments now.
Okay.
And I went to the One Games over in Edinburgh College. And I've gone down to my friend's camp.
So-
It's completely changed my life.
That's why
I'm doing things that I never thought I'd ever do again.
that's great. How was that feeling when it was presented to you at this event?
Oh, I couldn't believe that it was happening. When I got the phone call that said that I was the person that they chose at the iBot,
Mhm.
I felt like I was going to wake up a dream. I didn't think it was actually real.
And we're going to do that again this year for another recipient. Very exciting stuff. So I want
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I want to thank you, and we hope to see you down there this year with your iBot.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be there with my iBot. I have to get a little bit of adjustments made on it, but I'm in contact with the people that actually build up Mobius Mobility.
Okay.
And they're going to be coming up here because they have to get the new recipient her care.
Gotcha.
So,
Great
while they're
choice.
there here, they're going to fix mine.
Great. Well, thanks for taking our phone call today, because that's what we just wanted to chit chat with you. And of course, Sean said that he kind of got in trouble. Did you ever do anything rough to him? Like
Me? No.
No.
No, she just made an appearance at
Never.
a
You made
underage party I might have been participating in high school.
That's right. An appearance at a party,
Yes.
right?
Yes. I vaguely remember that. I think I was more mad that I wasn't invited to the party.
Well, thanks,
So-
Trace, and we will see you in September 10th. Thanks for coming on the show today. We appreciate you.
All right.
Take care.
Calling me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was interesting. So it has changed her life. So we're going to do that again this year. Right, Sean?
Yep,
That's what-
absolutely. Yeah, it was kind of interesting, too, when we presented Tracy with the chair. I was there when she was practicing with the team at Gannon to utilize it. So kind of a aha moment was when her and I were going down the sidewalk together, and we were actually head to head, chin to chin, going down the sidewalk, and it was like took me back 20 some years ago of walking with Tracy, and it was just an amazing moment to see her in all her glory, smiling, jubilant, and feeling so good about herself again. So it was a great thing to know that we were able to help put those pieces together to give her back her independence.
Right. This is a community coming together to support the military, our veterans, first responders. And like Tracy, these men and women risk their lives daily to protect us. And it's our duty to stand by them and give them our gratitude. So we are getting to do this again. I got committee members Tim Castro, Sean Percio on Breakfast with Nat the Hat and the 814 on the podcast to share the details of Hero Days, Golf Classic, and Concert Night. Okay, Tim, I realize it's not a scramble. It's actually a shamble. Tell us about our golf outing on the 9th.
Oh, Nat, shamble, I thought initially when they told me, I said, that sounds like I'm going to win the tournament because my golf game is a shamble. But what it is actually is that everybody hits a drive, which is the tee shot, and from there you go to the best of the 4 balls, and you play your own ball in from there. So it kind of shortens the round a bit, makes it easier for people that don't get off the tee really well. So really anybody can play in it. We'll always have ringers that come and play and want to win the prizes and all that kind of stuff, which is fine, but it's for a good cause. And who doesn't want to play around a golf at Aqua Club?
Absolutely. What does the schedule look like for the 9th?
So we're going to open up registrations at 7:30. We're going to have a little bit of breakfast for the folks, meet and greet, and then also we'll get ready to have colors 8:45, and then we'll tee off at 9. So get them underway, get them going, and then Robert Irvine, his executive chef team, will be preparing food at the course with Cal and his staff. So it's going to be a very interesting meal that's provided for the golfers at the event.
That's great. So let's talk about sponsorship packets. Do we still have room for people to get in on a sponsorship?
We definitely have plenty of room. There will never not be room for sponsorships. Foursomes, however, are becoming more limited. It's not that we don't have room for people to sign up for that, but the sponsorships are abundantly available. And Sean's company, Sunbelt and Erie Insurance, have been our major sponsors. We would welcome anybody out there to join us at that level. Who knows? Maybe we could provide 2 or 3 iBots this year.
That'd be awesome. Now, I don't golf, but Tuesday, September 10th is on my radar. A fabulous concert at the Liberty Park Amphitheater. Tell us how you ended up getting this great entertainment, Sean.
Well, it was just a collaboration with, Robert's team. They've traveled the world, met several entertainers, and, one of them that Robert gravitated towards was Michael Franti and Spearhead. They've done a few events in Philly together and said, hey, Michael's willing to do it at just raw costs and bring the band and put on a heck of a show. So instantaneously we said, we'll take it. So we're going to bring Michael and his band, bring a lot of electricity to Liberty Park. And then on top of that, John Popper, who doesn't love a solid harmonica at
Right.
Liberty Park?
He is an amazing songwriter, king of the harmonica. He has composed probably a majority of the lyrics and the music for Blues Traveler. And he's also performed with some great artists, Spin Doctors, Dave Matthews, Fish with a P, the Allman Brothers, that's just to name a few. And Michael Franti and Spearhead, he is a great creator and lead vocalist of the band. People are going to hear some really great music that blends hip-hop, funk, reggae, jazz, folk, and rock. Is he going on first?
John Popper will be our opener.
Opener? Nice.
Yep. And Michael will wrap up the show for us.
And I was going to say, if he's wrapping up the show, he's also wrapping up a great tour that he's been on, the 2024 Togetherness Tour. And if you haven't heard his new album, Big Big Love, it's absolutely fantastic. And it just brings you to a very happy level.
Oh, yeah. We're honored he fit us in. Actually, we talked to them yesterday, and they are in Canada right now as part of their tour. And their last stop is actually Erie. So as a courtesy to our heroes, he said, hey, I will come and play for them. So honored to have him here.
Tell us about the logistics of the show. I mean, gates open, where can they get tickets? When do things start kicking
off? Different spin. So we're going to open the gates at 5, and one of the experiences they're going to come with the ticket is a food experience. So Robert, part of the foundation, is breaking bread for heroes. So again, intertwining the meal with experience. We're going to feed everybody that comes through the gate. So we're going to have burgers, of course, hot dogs donated by Smith's, a little plug there. Coleslaw, potato salad, chips, soda, drinks, everything when the folks come through the gate.
So when you get your ticket, you're getting fed as well.
You're getting fed. Dinner and a great show. And Nat, I want to point out, these are national and international caliber acts who are still, viable, still
performing, doing it.
We get acts here all the time. Chicago's coming next month, and I have nothing against those acts, but these are bands that aren't made up of the original members anymore. They're almost like cover bands. They're great. They're great entertainment. Mm-hmm. And 8 Grade Tuesdays is great entertainment, but it's rare that Erie, PA gets a contemporary act of this caliber. One, we're bringing 2. And for a very low donation price of $25, you get to see those 2 acts and get a great meal prepared by Robert Irvine chefs. How cool is that?
That is really cool. So how about the logistics on transportation? Is there going to be park and ride? because
Yep.
I feel that there is going to be a huge presence.
Oh, there is.
At the amphitheater on September
we
10th.
were granted the park and ride just in same correlation as 8 Great Tuesdays. So we're going to be the 9th Great Tuesday,
That's
which
great.
is pretty cool. You know, the
It
folks at the
is.
Port Authority been fantastic to work with. Our park and ride people, you know, some great sponsors, and really just going to be a great experience down on the lakefront again.
So just knowing that Robert Irvine is coming to town, it just shakes me up. I mean,
He's engaged. He has been here a few times. We just had him here a month ago in Erie. Spent a little time out in Northeast. He's going to do a little bit of philanthropy work out there, lend his flag to the Northeast property out there, and do some good things for our heroes out there. So he is engaged in Erie. He is going to invest in Erie, and he is going to do a lot of good things for our heroes on September 9th and 10th.
10th.
He spends, Natalie, something like 330 days or more on the road every year. So he's got a solid relationship with his wife. Let's just say that. But when he came here last year, he met people. He was accessible to my company's volunteers who were there working the golf outing, and he fell in love with this town. And when he said he was coming back, I thought, well, he'll be gone for a month, and we'll never hear from him again. And we kept in touch with him throughout the year, and he remains highly engaged. And he will be very visible.
Yeah, he will be around town. You will see him a lot. He's very engaging, open. Built a really good rapport, too, with our PAL program here in Erie, and really great to see him resonate with the young folks.
Tell us about the PAL program, Sean.
Yeah, just a special program, run in Erie by Tommy Lennox. One of the premier programs for youth in America to be mentored by law enforcement officers. But during Robert's appearance last year with Gary, he donated $20,000 to the PAL program to help support it because he believes in the cause with the children. And, Robert made an appearance a month ago, and fortunately for us, the kids, a certain group of them were at the police academy, junior police academy at the police station. Robert went in, spoke to the kids. It was really great to see the engagement, the questions they asked, his honest answers back to them, because he's very raw. He's not going to sugarcoat it. He's kind of got that, if you don't like me, I don't care attitude. But really uplifted the kids. He was uplifted by them, took some pictures and told the kids, hey, I'll be back. So on top of Robert coming back in September to raise funds for our heroes, he's also going to come back for the PAL Gala and be the special guest speaker. So again, tying in Robert to the community again on a repeat visit.
Great. So purchasing tickets for the big concert, where can people get those tickets?
We've made this really easy this year. We developed a website that has access to play golf in the golf outing, be a sponsor of the golf outing, be a sponsor of the concert, or buy tickets for the concert. And you can reach it by surfing to Erie. Is it Erie Heroes?
HeroDaysErie.com.
Yep.
That's very simple.
Yeah, HeroDaysErie.com.
And you go on, and there are big buttons there that say golf outing and concert. And you hit them,
And you're saying, Tim, that this golf outing is getting close to being full. So if people want to get involved in the golf classic, they better jump on the big buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think for businesses out there, the sponsorships, sometimes it feels like, well, geez, things are tight, we're working hard, etc. Keep in mind that your $5,000 or $10,000 sponsorship will go toward a really great cause, and whatever signage is up will make your employees proud that you were part of this, particularly your veteran employees.
Right. So it's Tim Nicastro, Sean Percio, committee members for Hero Days and Golf Classic and Concert Night. They're both on Breakfast with Nat the Hat and the 814. Remember these dates, the Classic on the 9th, and then the huge concert on the 10th with John Popper from Blues Traveler and Michael Franti and Spearhead. I want to thank you both for coming on the show. It was really nice to talk to Tracy. So this next recipient of the iBot, we will see that happen at the show.
That will be live. We have identified that individual. We haven't made it public yet. And then also, too, we are close to possibly having another one identified already. So there might be two iBots awarded that day at this pace.
Yep.
Well, before you both leave, is there anything else you'd like to talk about this great event coming up on the 9th and 10th?
Last year when it was over, Sean and I were completely exhausted, and we were scratching our heads thinking, could we pull this off again? We are equally exhausted right now, but just thinking of the presentation on the stage, that alone is worth the price of admission to the concert. When you see how touched the recipients are going to be, you'll know you've done the right thing by participating in our events.
Right. Well, before you leave, I'd like to quote Robert Irvine, who's receiving portions of the proceeds of this event for the foundation. And Robert says, "I don't consider myself a rock star chef. I really don't. I cook for a living. I try to help out as many people as I can in my life. And from the sounds of it, with both of you, that's exactly what he's doing." And he said, and that's all he cares about. So it's going to be really groovy to meet him.
You will meet him.
Yes.
We'll get him on the radio show. How about that?
Yep.
That is perfect.
We need people to come out in numbers, Nat. This
Yep.
is an important showing for Erie, Pennsylvania, and it's a rare time when we're potentially going to be in the national spotlight for 9/11. Come on out. Have a great time. Support a great cause and show your Erie pride.
And just hit the big buttons.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thanks, you two.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming on.
Thanks, Nat.
It's countdown to the Erie County Fair at Wattsburg. And and as a kid, my folks took us to the fair every year because that's about all we could afford. This year's theme is, which I love, is more in 2024, that is. And after checking out the website, holy cow, there's something for everyone. There definitely is. I welcome to Breakfast with Nat the Hat in the 814, President Corey Boyd. Corey, the Prez. How long have you been the Prez?
Hey, Nat. I've been the president for 2 years now, so it's been exciting. So
Yes. And VP Kyle Woods. What does it mean by second VP? Like, what is the difference between you and the other VP, Kyle?
There really is no difference. There's just two of us.
There's just two of you.
Yep.
So have you been in this fair situation for the last 2 years too? Are you both like new to all this?
So I'm on my second term. I'm a 6-year veteran. So
You're
I
a
guess you could say.
six-year,
but
yes.
I've had 6 years of fun, but
How
2
about-
years as the president.
This
Yeah.
will be my second fair as a board member. So
Okay. So you guys got some meat under your belt now on the fair
Starting
itself.
to, yeah. Yep.
So let's talk about how far the fair has gone. Like, when did the fair begin out there in Wattsburg? Did it begin in Wattsburg?
it did. It began in 1883.
1883.
Yes.
Oh,
141 years ago.
141 years. And has it always been out in Wattsburg?
Yep. Same.
Have the
same
barns
place.
changed? Come
Barns
on
have
now.
They've
changed.
changed, yeah. Everything's
There's
changed.
a few. There's a few buildings that have always been there, and they're staples of our fair. So
Right. So when I went online and I looked at all that was going on, first off, can you just give us an overview? Kyle, come on now.
There's a lot going on this year at the fair. We have added another midway. We've had a midway attraction, I should say. We have 3 this year. We have First Bite Fishing, which is an all-day fish tank. So
An
kids can
all-day fish tank. Back up.
kids
What
are
do
gonna love it, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's great.
just come and cast a line and catch some trout.
Now, do you
and
bring your own line, or is
everything's
your
there
line
provided?
Everything's
Everything's
there.
provided for you.
Are they gonna put the worm on for me?
Maybe if you say please.
I wanted to put the worm up for me. I'm not a fisherman.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we have a circus.
The circus. So what's going on at the circus?
There's a dog show. There's
Nice. I love the dogs.
a trapeze act. There's like 4 different acts in one. Jorge Dominguez is going to do a great job for us. So
Jorge Dominguez. Now,
Yeah.
where's he from? Give me some background on this guy.
I believe he's from Florida
Okay.
originally, and he travels all over the country and travels to different fairs. I actually just spoke to him on the phone when we were on our way here, and they're on their way. He'll be here Friday, so ready to set up.
Set up.
So yeah,
So are things being set up as we speak?
Yep.
yes.
Right? So you got a big stage. You got a smaller stage. Is it they call it the gazebo,
gazebo,
stage?
yep.
So, yeah.
Right. So tell me about let me entertain you. Who is entertaining us for the fair?
So Nat, like you said, we've got our gazebo on the south end of the Midway. Last year, we incorporated a north stage which is presented by the Northwest Bank. We have live music each and every night on both of those stages. Local acoustic musicians. And then on Saturday on the Northwest stage, we have a Disney tribute band, which everybody loves Disney.
Wait. Back
yeah.
up. Back up. This is perfect for the kids.
Absolutely. They're going to love it.
Oh my gosh. So it's a Disney band? Are they singing like
Disney songs.
Disney songs.
They're Broadway performers.
They're Broadway performers. Their name is Little Merman. Yeah. And they sing all the
love it.
classics. I'm not a huge Disney fan, at times I am.
Oh.
But I know all the songs they sing, and I sing right along, and I get into it, and I love it. So,
I got to tell you, with my son Dylan, when he was very, very small, I got him all the cassette tapes of all the Disney tunes.
Yep.
And that's what we listened to for like the first 3 years of his life. And now he is a rock and roller.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So you have to start somewhere. That's great. I got to talk about the Fair Queen business because I love everything about a tiara. Tell me what's happening with the Fair Queen. Like, Kyle?
So on Sunday, it's not an official day of the fair, but it kind of kicks off the fair. We have over 45 contestants placed in 5 different categories, starting at the age of, I think,
Probably very small. I love the
four or
little
five.
ones.
Yep.
up until the queen age, which goes up to like 19. So we'll have an afternoon filled with the queen
And that is on
contest.
Sunday.
That is
So,
on
Sunday
Sunday,
at 2
yes.
o'clock.
Yep.
so that starts on Sunday. Wow. So there's a lot of involvement there. Now, is the crowning on that day as well?
Yep, it is Sunday afternoon.
So then she'll be hanging out all week. We'll get to meet the queen.
And that's why we do it on Sunday. Yeah. So our new queen will be crowned on Sunday, move into fair on Monday, and then they can do their royal duties. Her and her court.
royal
Her and her
duties.
court, yes,
I
the
love
5,
it.
yeah.
Let's talk about the 4-H and the animals and all that. Kyle, you seem to be the king
Yeah.
on that one. Like Corey's pointing at you.
Yeah,
So-
he's the 4-H king.
We're pretty fortunate that we started our own 4-H club. It's the Homegrown 4-H Club housed in Wattsburg. We have about 17 new members, one of the largest 4-H clubs in the county. We are, like I said, we're brand new. We just started in April. On Wednesday night, all of our kids are going to have their time to shine. We are going to have the General Project Roundup show.
What happens during the General Project Roundup show?
They just get to talk about, it's their 2 to 3 minutes of fame. They get to stand on stage and talk about their project and what they like about 4-H, what their favorite things at the fair are, and just kind of, like I said, it's their 3 minutes to shine.
To shine.
After hours being spent on
Another
it. Yeah.
great place for the kids.
Absolutely.
So this is this new to the fair then this year?
Yes, it's brand new. They haven't had the General Project Roundup show in the county for probably 7 or 10 years. And since we started our project or our program this year, they reached out to us. The Penn State Extension Office reached out to us. They're like, "Would you guys be willing to host it? We haven't had one in a very long time, and we'd love to have it at the county fair." So we are going to host that on Wednesday.
So will there be blue ribbons?
there will be blue ribbons.
There will be lots of blue ribbons.
Blue ribbons. And that'll be for everything from cooking to flowers.
to large pumpkins to
Whatever their
unique
project was. Yeah.
build. Yeah.
How
Yep.
big's your watermelon? That's great. I feel that you two are bringing just this whole Wattsburg, well, I always called it the Wattsburg Fair, but it's the Erie County Fair out at Wattsburg, to a whole new level. I love the fact that the 4-H is out there. I love everything about the Queen and some of the attractions that are going on. What are the new and unique features that you would like to talk about besides the 4-H and the circus and the Disney stars? Anything
Yeah, we
else?
just have a lot going on. 3, like Kyle said earlier, 3 midway attractions. I don't think we've had 3 in a long time. To go along with the First Bite fishing tank, we've got the Royal Legacy Circus. We have an in-house favorite, Jamie Petrush. He's a magician, local magician that everybody just loves. Kids love him. Both stages with live music going on, plus our grandstand events. That's
All right,
another thing
back
we're
up,
going to get
back
into.
up, back up.
That's a
Let
whole
back,
other
'cause
story. Yeah.
I am so into the
Yeah.
grandstand.
Yeah.
When are the truck pulls?
Friday night.
Friday's the truck pulls.
Yes.
Any demo derbies?
No demo derbies this year. No.
Okay, but the truck
The
pulls.
truck pulls. Are Friday night staple there. I think last year they went till 1:30 in the morning, and we're anticipating a huge crowd again. So
That's great. So that is, wow, now wait, let's talk about the ponies. Don't you have it with
the harness racing.
No. Look
Mondays
at
and
me. I'm looking like I'm
Tuesdays, yes.
harness
Yep.
racing. Yes. Monday and Tuesdays harness
2
racing.
p.m. post both days. Yes.
Great. Man, I'm telling you. So it starts Sunday, August
25th.
the 25th.
25th.
And then you go all the way through Saturday the 31st.
31st. Yes.
Do you guys sleep?
Very
During
little.
this
Very little.
Very little that week.
Do you got an RV on the property?
We do. Yep,
Yes.
it's set
So
up
I
and
can
ready for us.
Ready
Knock
to
at the
go.
door and come
Yep.
say hello to you?
Absolutely.
Anytime, Nat. You're more than welcome.
That's fantastic. Let's talk about ticket sales. Where can people get tickets? Can they get them online? Can they get them right out there? Let's talk about tickets.
You can buy them right at the
The gate.
fairgrounds.
Okay.
We have local businesses. You can check our Facebook page for that. Different area businesses are selling them. Right now, we're selling the weekly buttons. That's the pre-sale buttons. They're $10.
And you can
it
come
gets
out
you-
more than once.
Yep, it gets you into the fair. It doesn't include rides, but it's only a $5 upgrade for rides. So daily admission with rides, $10, and you can't beat it. No event, no fair or festival in the county can you ride rides for $10 a person. That's
No, you can't.
and we try to keep it.
Forget the Starbucks. Get to the fair.
Get
Like,
to
you
that.
know what
Get
I'm
to the fair.
saying?
Yep.
Well, I love Senior Citizens Day. Let's talk about our seniors, and they get a free admission.
They
Correct?
do. They do on Wednesday. Yes. Then you love tiaras.
I know.
Senior King and Queen gets crowned that night as well on the north stage. Yeah.
Why did you tell me? I would have ran for it.
You still can.
I
just
was
show
prom
up on
queen.
Wednesday. Show up on Wednesday.
I was prom queen in high school. I was very scared about it, though. I don't know how I ever was crowned that title, but that's it. And I got a tiara, and I don't know whatever happened to it. I think I lost it the night of the prom. I'm really not sure. It was around one of my cowboy hats. You know what I mean? And I think I threw it somewhere. I'll never forget that. But
It's a great prom
So
night.
there's so there's the seniors are getting crowned.
Yes.
So can a senior get onto your website and figure out what they need to do to become?
Yes, they can. Yep. And
How
it's,
old are they? What are we talking senior? 65 plus?
I think it's 65 plus. Yes.
I got to tell you something. I'm especially excited about the Joe Matzak Orchestra. And you know why? Because they play great music. Not only that, but polkas. And they played at my wedding. I'm not going to tell you how many days or years it was. But yeah, the Joe
few years
Matzak.
ago,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it was. So they're going to be on the Northwest Savings Bank stage from 5 to 8.
Yes.
They're going to crown the senior
King and Queen.
Yep.
king. I
Yep.
love it.
Yep.
I love it. Is there a parade anywhere?
There is a parade.
Okay,
That's
let's talk-
Kyle's parade. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Let's not rain on Kyle's
Yeah, I
parade.
know, I
Kyle,
will not.
So
tell
our
me.
parade is on Saturday. It kicks off at 5:00. Our parade stays on the grounds. It goes around the track around the grandstands. So we
Okay.
have some local marching bands, some other local animals that are going to be making their appearances, some local groups. The 4-H club obviously will be there.
Fire departments.
Several fire departments from Pennsylvania and New York. We just
So
have a lot
how
going on.
big is this parade?
It's getting
Kyle?
bigger
It
every
is
year.
Growing
Yeah.
and growing,
I
bigger and
just-
bigger every year. It's our 4th annual, so we're
I just
hoping
want
for
to
a
hug
big
you
thing
both.
next year.
I just want to hug you both because there's really more in 2024
There is
at
really
the
more.
Erie County Fair.
Absolutely.
And when I was a youngster, like I said, I come from a family of 8. So, my dad would go on vacation and we'd always say, Dad, where are we going? And he would say, Backyard USA, and then follow up with the Erie County Fair.
I love it.
We're going out to watch.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it was big for us back then. And you're getting bigger.
We are.
We are.
You
Our-
are. I'm proud of
Our
you.
attendance was up 24.9% last year.
It's going to be up bigger this year.
that's-
And that's it. And the other thing is too, it's going to be a great week weather-wise.
It is. Yeah.
know,
we
that
check
is-
it daily by the hour.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Because when you're putting on a big event, but I have put big events on in the past for the American Cancer Society, for several different nonprofit organizations. I've done benefits and such. And it's just one day. And, it takes a whole year to put this together. So you're probably already thinking about next year.
We are.
We are. Yes. It's an all year
Yes.
planning. It's a 15-person board, all volunteer work, and we do it because we love the community.
Speaking of that, do you need volunteers?
We do.
Can we call out on what can we do to help
Absolutely.
volunteer?
You can call the office, the fair office, and someone will answer or leave a message, and we will get back to you as soon as we can, and we can get your name on the list. So,
See, this is what and you're young guys, you got a lot of years left to bring this to
I say I'm middle-aged. Yeah. There's a few gray hairs here and there.
I'm middle-aged. I'd like to say the same for me. I'll probably be at senior night, so that ought to tell you. So tell me, I also saw that the rodeo is coming.
That's another big night.
It is. When's the rodeo? Okay, so let's start. The main grandstand would be Monday and Tuesday with the ponies.
Yep.
Right? 2:00 start in the afternoon. Then Wednesday is it the
horse polls? Horse polls
I
that
didn't
night.
know we had the horse polls. So the horse polls are Wednesday. Thursday,
Bull Ride Mania. Yep, 7 p.m.
let's
kickoff.
talk about Bull Ride Mania. Where's this troop coming from, and are we really going to see some action?
Yeah, it's a rodeo company we get every year from Sundance Arena in Ohio. They put on a great show. They probably do about 35, 40 rodeos a year, and we're the next one on their list. So
Wow. So it's the rodeo on Thursday.
Yes.
It's the truck pulls on Friday.
Yep.
What's Saturday?
Saturday is a obstacle challenge with ATVs and dirt bikes and side by
that's right.
sides.
I saw that.
Side by sides. Yep.
Give me the website again, so people can log on and see what's going on, because they're going to want to get a button, and they're going to want to pay their $10, and they're going to want to come back again and again and again. So Kyle,
So our website is it's simple. It's wattsburgfair.com.
easy
Always
peasy.
has been. Yep.
Easy peasy. So the final day is Saturday the 31st, and tell us what happens there, and then there's some big boomers at the end.
There is.
Right?
Yeah, that's our all day. That's our all day show. Gates open at 9. Rides open at noon.
11.
11. Yeah, I always get that wrong. Sorry.
That's okay.
And then fireworks at the end at 10 o'clock to finish out our fair, and people love it. And it's going to go hand in hand with the Disney night, and it's
All
gonna be
right,
a night
all
of
right,
Disney. So.
all right, Kyle and Corey. After Saturday night's finale of fireworks, what do the two of you do after it's all over?
I sleep for 2 weeks. Yeah. Maybe 3, depending on how the week
I was
goes.
going to say, I've done big events, and I don't sleep for a week coming up to the big event, because you're
So much to do.
There's so
Yeah.
much to do, and so many elements that have to come together. And then once it's over with, yeah, you're right. It's just phew,
How did I do that?
how did
Yeah. Yep.
how did I get this done? But it sounds like the board has been very instrumental in bringing back the Erie County Fair at the Wattsburg Fairgrounds back to this kind of level. You know what I mean? Because it's fair season. So, you
fair
got
season.
Crawford and Warren and the Hamburg Fair and all that. But for us locals, this is it.
This is it.
This is it. $10, a
$10.
button. And then for $5 more, the kids can ride.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with rides. I just can't do that anymore. But I will definitely. I got to come out and see the Joe Matzak Orchestra. I got to see who they crown the senior queen and king. That just is exciting stuff to me. So, is there anything else that we have not covered that you'd like to talk about, or your sponsors, or thanking those that helped you out on this journey for this year?
So on top of us planning a fair, we have also incorporated some new and upgraded facilities at the fairgrounds. We're currently working on a new ticket booth that's being sponsored by
JM Warren Buildings. They're doing it as we speak right now. They're
They're doing a new ticket booth.
Yep.
our grandstands is being renovated also currently as we speak by a brand new company coming to Erie. It's Family Farm and Home. They're located up
I've
on
heard
Peach
of
Street.
them.
Yep. They have been super awesome. They're also sponsoring our 4-H program. So they're helping us with the grandstands. They're helping us with our kids. Their main mission is community oriented and giving back to the community.
Community and family, it's right in their name, and it lines right up with what we're about as well. So it's
Perfect.
It's a great,
and
it's a
I'm
great
sure the
partnership.
grandstand needs a
The grandstands is looking pretty great right now.
good.
Fresh paint on everything. Yeah, it looks great.
I am just I'm stoked about all of this. I welcome to Breakfast with Nat the Hat and the 814 President Corey Boyd, VP Kyle Woods from the Erie County Fair at Wattsburg. So let's get directions. You're going to just go right out Route 8.
Yep.
Just follow the signs.
Just follow the signs. Yep.
You know what I mean? Plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. Free parking. Yep.
Great family event.
Great family event.
Seniors get in for free on Wednesday. There's so much good things going on. So I want to thank you both for coming on the show.
Thanks,
I'm
Matt.
excited. And, the website one more time, wattsburgfair.com.
WattsburgFair.com. Yep.
So, and when you get on there, you are going to see, and there's great local musicians playing and great music, 2 different stages. Like,
There's a lot going on, and
I'm
that's
just saying, you two are rocking and a rolling on this one. Definitely
Thank you.
so. So we'll see you both at the fair. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a blessed week in the 814.
You've been tuned in to Breakfast with Nat the Hat in the 814, sponsored by Erie Insurance on 88.5 and 102.7 LECOM Radio.